save humanity, mankind. That's right. Here comes Polyman. Superman 2025, directed by none other than James Gunn, who, as we know, has directed the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise, as well as the Suicide Squad, the good Suicide Squad movie. So he has done both DC and Marvel already, but now he is back to the DC universe and putting his own twist on the Superman film. And yes, we have another Superman film with another Superman actor, with of course the same plot mostly and different villains. Now what I gotta say about this is because James Gunn directed this film, I kinda assumed that it was gonna have that James Gunn concept of him taking things emotionally, like very dark humor, but at the same time making things kind of light in a way. Because James Gunn has this thing where there's an emotional scene, but then something happens in the middle or at the end of this emotional scene, and then it becomes some kind of humor or some kind of joke. Because I feel like that's what he needs the audience to see. It's like, okay, I don't want you to cry just yet, or I don't want you to cry at all. So let's put some little humor in this. Let's make it a little more lighter. And that's what he does. That's what he put in this Superman film. So before I say anything, I'm not disrespecting Henry Cavill's Superman or Christopher Reeve's Superman, because he was the first Superman that I saw. David Cornsweet, he is a very good Superman. Not only good, he's actually a great Superman. He had that likability of being Superman. He was very nice, also funny as well. And when you saw him, you already knew that he was raised by farmers in Kansas. Like, you already know that he had a hospitality of being a great person, a great savior, and just trying to do the good things that he was put in this world for. All the actors in this, all the characters in this were absolutely amazing, but the one that stands out the most was Nicholas Holt's interpretation of Lex Luthor. Because listen, we have villains in all of these, superhero movies, right, that are villainish. There's a difference between a villain and a bad person. A villain is the cartoonish way of, listen, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna plant a bomb, and yada yada, and it's gonna be explosions and whatever, that cartoonish way. A bad person is, they're just a bad person. They're gonna bring you down whichever way that they can. Social media, politics, actual people beating you up, like that is a bad person. So what Nicholas Hoult did was, yes, he did have the little cartoonish of planning something, but he took that and just made it into a bad person, because he's just a bad person in general. And I disliked him so much, and he did such an amazing job being that Lex Luthor that we all wanted, honestly. It's like Heath Ledger's Joker. We have now Nicholas Hoult being the Lex Luthor that no one can be compared to. He's such an asshole. Like, he's doing things to just make Superman look bad. He's just bringing Superman down in all kinds of ways. I also want to talk about Rachel Brosnahan. She obviously played Lois Lane. I absolutely loved her. It was fun because there was a scene in the movie where the whole city is just breaking apart, literally ripping in half. And she's just trying to get all these puzzle pieces together to make such a good report, to make such a news headline, a worthy news headline. And she's standing on business because, it's not clicking to you because I'm standing on business. That's who she was. She was that kind of reporter. And she just kept going with all these other, obviously, the co-workers and everything. And she was just writing down, she was just walking and talking, not caring about what was going on in the city. And the city was already ripping apart and everybody was just screaming. The civilians and everything were just screaming and just running for their life. while she's just like, okay, so we got the headline. Now, why is Lex Luthor doing this? We need to get more of the information of Lex Luthor because we have this and this and this. And then they like keep talking, and they kept talking. And it's like, wow, that is a great Lois Lane there. And of course, how can we forget the Justin's gang? Some of the members were more favorable for me than others. Hawk Girl, I'm not too sure what she was doing honestly most of the time, but the Green Lantern and Mr. Terrific, they were absolutely stunning. Green Lantern, I'm sorry, Ryan Reynolds, I love you, but this Green Lantern was absolutely amazing. He was cocky, he was egotistic, but it was funny. And Mr. Terrific got the most laughs and all this because, listen, I went to go see this movie very late at night, like at 10 o'clock. And a lot of people laughed whenever he was on screen because he just made this seriousness in his tone into just comedy, and I absolutely was laughing along with it. The only thing I have to say about this movie is if you don't know who Superman is or you don't know the origin of Superman, then you're gonna be kind of confused because the first 30 minutes of this movie, it just takes you into action. It takes you to Superman just falling down from the sky because he just got beat for the first time, which is not a spoiler. It was in the, I think, the first, whatever minutes in the trailer. You already know that that's Superman. You already know that Superman is already with Lois Lane. You already know that people already know about Superman. And you already know that Lex Luthor hates Superman. Like all this stuff, you don't get the backstory of, when Superman or Clark Kent was raised by Ma and Pa in Kansas. You don't get that story. So the first 30 minutes, you're gonna be hit. You're gonna be punched in the face with so much action. And people that know nothing about Superman are going to be like, what the heck is going on? I have no idea. Who is this person? What is going on here? What happened in his past? And that's the thing people are probably not gonna like, is that they're gonna want that backstory, which every now and then in this movie they do talk about a little bit, but not to the full extent that the new Beast of Superman want that. So with that being said, let's do this. Superman 2025 edition. Do I recommend it? Absolutely I do. Listen, I'm not a Superman fan, but this movie made me into one. So yeah, I recommend it to everybody. In fact, I'm seeing it twice. By the time this video comes out, I've already seen it twice already because that's how much I enjoy this movie. Score-wise, I want to give this a 9.5 out of 10. The only reason why I'm not giving a 10 out of 10 is because of the people that are new to Superman. They're going to be punched in the face of the first 30 minutes and they're not going to enjoy the fact that they don't get a backstory. That's the only reason. Also, the OGs, people that have seen the cartoon, this is close to what that cartoon is. So, did you guys enjoy Superman? What is your favorite Superman film? Who is your favorite Superman character? Put your opinions in the comments down below. Guys, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel. As always, I have been Paulie. This has been Send Up Paulie Reviews. That's all, guys. I'm on my way to save the world now.